Hey, I'm live. Mm, hey, I've not planned any of this because obviously the title says I'm sad, to be honest. And I don't have my tripod, so I'm kind of just holding the phone. But I hope you can hear me. I don't know what I want to say. I'm just a little sad, to be honest. I'm just a little sad. I'm sad and I just want to chat, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this up. Have I been crying? Absolutely. I went and watched the Barbie movie today, and that was lovely, I went with my niece, my dad, and it was nice. But then I got emotional during the movie, and it was nothing to do with the Barbie movie. Like, I want to stick around. No, stick around. I want to do a decode on the whole Barbie movie because it was interesting. But right now I'm just a little emotional and I'm just sad. So I don't know who come and liked the video, but thank you. Thank you for liking the video and then disappearing. But yeah, I kind of just want to chat basically. I just want to chat. I feel when it comes to anyone with like online presence, etc., and they put out content or whatever, I feel the common narrative or notion is, oh yeah, um, they're okay or they're happy or they're, whatever. But I am emotional. I am such an emotional person, and I have to, or people, or lady, um, yeah, I'll just leave it there. And I have to admit that it took a while to obviously get to this emotional point, but it's like now I'm just overly emotional, and sometimes I probably bask in it a little too much. But right now I've just been emotional. So like I watched Barbie, and I just got hella emotional. And I was just really sad. And then when emotions just kind of come up. And like I said, sometimes when you have like whatever online presence and you're like, hopefully you can hear me and the sound is fine. Obviously I'm not double checking this because I've just put it on. But sometimes when you put up whatever online presence and you're kind of presenting whatever image is out there, um, then when you're going through your own little sad emotions, it's just like, I'm sad. You know what I mean? It's like I'm sad. So it's like, regardless of the Crypto Angles podcast or the energy update, what I'm going through twice a week, like literally. I do the most. Go check that out. But it's just like, obviously when these emotions come up, it's like, yes, you're not just someone who sees gematria and astrology and looks at atoms and the nature of reality. You're dealing with human emotion. And it was just like, it was interesting because I went into Barbie and I've got mixed emotions about that movie, and I'm going to do a whole decode with like Truth in Plain Sight on Tuesdays, like about the Barbie movie, because it was interesting. But I got very emotional during the movie, and I'm just like, why is these emotions coming? And then what was annoying was the fact that as I got emotional, I then start to not even reminisce, because there wasn't even nothing to bloody reminisce, but I started to think about um just the people who literally gave me the bare minimum. And then I started to think about my insecurities and feeling seen and heard and just all of that stuff. And it was just like, just a whole heap of shit come back because, yeah, even though like I'm out there and I put this stuff out on YouTube and blah blah blah, I always had that thing as like a child of like, oh my days, no one's really gonna choose me. And I feel like that's what's coming up a lot for me, of no one's going to choose me. even when it comes down to like, oh, I'm giving away a free product, I'm giving it away, but who's really going to enter the competition? Thankfully, thank you. I've had two people enter, and I'm truly grateful for that. But not but I'm not wiping that away. It's just like I still had a lot of anxiety around like, oh, who's really gonna choose me? And I feel that that's what it is, because like it's the giveaway of like, oh, who wants to have this free gift? I'll give it away. I'm like, if you live in England, you don't even have to pay, I'll give it to you. Yet still, even though I'm like, I'll give you this, I'm still worried and I'm still anxious about who's going to choose me. And I feel like as I was watching that Barbie movie. I watched Barbie, and yeah, but as I was watching that Barbie movie anyway, like a lot of feelings and emotions were coming up of like people who, how can I put it? I'm very in tune with myself, and I don't entertain a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I don't entertain a lot of people. I just ain't got time for that shit. I don't have time for that shit. And it's like, yeah, and it's just like, tell me why when I'm watching the Barbie movie, the people who I gave a little bit of a chance to, because I'm like, okay, give a little, you know, yet they gave me the bare minimum. And bear in mind, this pisses me off because I'm like, I don't give no one a chance, hardly ever. So it's like when I'm giving someone a chance and they step to me, or I say they have the audacity to step to me and give me the bare minimum, I'm like, how dare I? When feeling emotional and feeling a little bit lonely as you do in this human experience, um how fucking dare I even entertain the thought of someone who gave me the bare minimum? No. And that pissed me off. So it's like, that's why I was just sad. I was just sad because it's not just like, oh, they had given the bare minimum. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep this live. I'll probably just delete it because I'm just chatting. But it's just like, who sees me? So going back to the whole calendar giveaway, the whole um putting myself out there week after week, for years, week after week for years, and to say that it's not like discouraging to not have that resonance of who sees me would be a lie. But still, I still go out and I still just do it because at the end of the day, it's what I love. I enjoy chatting, I just chat. I enjoy the sky. I enjoy crypto. I enjoy anything esoteric and everything like that. And it's just like, sorry, I'm bawling on this live. Tears come true, because I have a Pisces rising, so this is just me living out my code. I'm emotional, okay? So, yeah, so it's just all of this stuff come to me. I'm just like, it's about being seen, it's about being heard, and it's about that resonance. And I'm just sitting here bawling because um and having some wine. It is wine o'clock time, so that's added to the emotions. I hope like my volume's okay. I don't know how I sound. I've not done an audio check because obviously I'm my only team. It's just me. When I'm doing it, it's just me. Like, I don't have a team, I don't have no one editing, nothing. It's me doing it all whilst I'm aiming. I'm a homeschooling mama, if those who don't know. A homeschool is my first year this year doing it by myself, as well as like stepping out there on YouTube. And it's just like, whoa. I don't even know the point of this video. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know the point, but I'm emotional, and if anything, it's just like it's okay to cry online. It's okay. I don't even understand this human experience 97% of the time. I don't understand what's going on, you know? I don't know, but like, yeah, I was crying because I also came to realize like the importance of like, I'm gonna put it, truly valuing those in my life. Like, period, point blank, my family is there for me, like 100%, and I'm truly grateful for that. Um, though it's like stepping outside of family, I have to say, like, I'm so grateful for my mentor. Like, this guy is so busy, like he's so busy. He's doing the most. He's on YouTube, so you can check him out if you want to. His name is Waters Above. That's his YouTube channel. Um, but he's just like, he's busy. He's living his life. But every time that I message him, I feel seen and I feel heard. And it's just like, until now, I've not even had the capacity. It's been a week. I've not had the capacity to reply back to him because it's just like life, and I just feel overwhelmed by just parent duties alone. Like, yet alone anything else. But this man still has the capacity to see me when I'm like, yo. No, I'm not talking about family. My family sees me, they're cool, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about externally, when, because let's be real, when we step online, um, it is about being seen. We want to be seen. Let's be real. Like, I even sit there and I think to myself, what is this whole thing about wanting to be seen? Why do I want to be seen? Like, why? What's the reason? Um, excuse me. And I don't know. Does it fall back to vibration frequency? Because when we go into the nature of reality, and um we know that nothing really exists until it is observed, isn't it? um it doesn't exist until it observes. So this has literally just come to me now, like, is it that deep on that level? um because that lack or minimal resonance is there, like when we put ourselves out there. And I feel it's more so online, because let's be real, when it's in our day-to-day lives, like, I'm a home rat. I like my house, unless it's for the children's activities or unless I have to get food. I ain't going nowhere really. um I'm not going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, um I can't remember my point. It's gone out of my head. I'm so sorry. It's just gone. It's literally just gone out of my head. But that's how I've kind of been feeling. Just like, yeah, the observableness. So it's kind of like, is it, for anything to exist, it needs to be observed. So when we feel like we don't have that resonance, more so when we're online, because there's more exposure, because as I was saying, being in your family, like, your family isn't even the one to be on the same page as you exactly. Your family in essence is to give you that stability and that structure to allow you to grow in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what um the family is. And I feel like, um yeah, again, forgive me, I forgot my point. It's just gone out of my head. I don't know if anyone wants to help me. There's only two people up in here, but Yeah, that's what I kind of noticed anyway. Like your family is just there, they support you, but it's about the online resonance, isn't it, really? And yeah, it's about that online resonance. And it's like if something doesn't exist unless it's observed, it's kind of like, is that why we crave all of this attention? I'm gonna put it as attention. Um, but yeah, is that why we crave this attention, like just naturally? Because in essence, if we weren't being observed, do we exist? You know what I'm saying? Do we exist? Is this why when we feel like we're not being heard, when we feel like we're not getting resonance, when we feel like we're not being seen, it feels so painful and it feels so lonely? Kind of like, sorry, my nose, because I've been crying, but anyway, kind of like because we're just not being seen. So we're questioning our existence because we are not being seen, you see? And I feel that's just come to me now. Like, I don't know if that's the case. It's not a theory, it's not a fact. It's literally just come out of my head right now. But I'm like, could that be the case? Like, could that be the case about this um resonance? You know what I mean? Because it's just like, why is it such a big thing? Why is it such a big thing? Why do I want to be seen and heard so badly? Like, not only online and just like, oh, maybe so I don't feel lonely. Like, I don't know what it is. I can only say so much to my children before they don't understand what I'm talking about. You know, like these deeper aspects of reality and life. Um, because I'm not lonely where like, oh, like I have absolutely no one, but there's aspects and or there's times where I feel alone, but I feel alone when I don't feel seen. That's just what it is. I feel alone when I don't feel seen. So I always have anxiety when it comes to simple things of doing a giveaway because I'm like, who's really going to see me? Am I that valuable to even be seen for anyone to want something that's free? And it's like, I know that I obviously have to change that narrative in my own head because I know that my existence alone is motherfucking magical. Is motherfucking magical because even though I know people may not openly say it, um they may not openly just say it. I know that I have helped many people, um and I recognize there's also that fear of like association because I also know I don't say the most common things. I'm not the norm. I recognize that my vibrational frequency, my spiral, is like one of them spirals that spirals off. Is one of them spirals, and it's basically just about who resonates with that spiral in essence. So it's like I always knew my message isn't it is unique, so it's not so widely accepted. But I also have to admit that the journey of knowing that it's not so widely accepted and having very little feedback, and I think that that's what it is. Like, I see our realm as a whole holographic, energetic hologram, blah blah blah. It's data, everything is data, it's information. And it's kind of like I feel with what I've put out, I'm getting crumbs, like literally crumbs of data being fed back to me, which then makes me how can I say, it tackles my insecurity um greatly. But it is what it is, I guess. It just tackles my insecurity. Um, but it's like the battle of tackling my insecurity of who's really going to resonate, who's going not even resonate, because I feel a lot of people resonate, but they don't give that feedback, they don't give that data to let me know that they resonate. And it's about, for me, I feel pushing through that, like knowing that people resonate even if they don't show it. um but it's about pushing through that narrative, essentially, of no one resonates with me because they're not showing it, they're not like doing anything, which then just crushes um me and my message. Like I says, I'm not a standard human. I'm not a standard human. I'm very unique. The way I perceive reality is extremely unique. And this is why I truly appreciate my mentor. And like, I really do. Because as I said at the beginning of this video, there's been times where I'm scared to reach out because I feel like what I'm saying is too much. So bear in mind what I'm saying now. This has obviously been projected to me that I'm too much. I'm thinking when I'm mentioning to my mentor just what I'm going through or just whatever struggle, I'm thinking I'm too much. I always have anxiety when I send him a message and everything, but every single time he's replied, every single time, from this one man who has created a community of however many people, from this one man, I feel seen from this one man when I feel ignored by so many people. Obviously, I'm not talking about family because my family's there. It's like there's different levels of different relationships, and there's different levels. Sometimes I feel, sometimes I feel so lost. Sometimes I feel so lost, and like just this one man with what he talks about and how confident he is in talking about all that stuff. Like literally, he is one of the masculine men that give me my support. Like I can't, but without him shining his light, I would not have had the courage to just go out and just talk. I wouldn't have had that courage. And it's just like every time I message him, even though I'm just like, gosh, I feel like I shouldn't be saying this to him or blah, blah, blah. Every single time he proves me wrong. And that's just what I need. Like, every single time he proves me wrong, because every single time he hears me, every single time he listens to what I say, every single time. And it's like I try. I'm not, I don't go out and say my whole business and stuff to a whole lot of people. I really don't do that. But I have to admit, when I feel lost, like this guy, and that's when, and I get even more pissed because I'm how on earth am I even entertaining any man who gives me the bare minimum when my mentor, who isn't even, is not even, he's my mentor, it's not that type of romantic relationship, can still, I still feel seen and heard by him when he lives however many miles away. Just like, no. I'd say no, but I'm just emotional. Let me read these comments. Thank you. Thank you, honestly. Thank you for your kind messages. I feel like it's tough. It's honestly tough, and there's like, thank you. This is my sister commenting in the comments. I feel like there's very few people, like, I'm so grateful of my journey in general, because like there are individuals, like, without a doubt, who even online I saw them, and my sister's one of them. She commented, and like, yeah, there are people who I see, and when people see me, like, I love them beyond words can even compare, when people actually and truly see me for who I am. And I feel that, except my family, those who, my sisters, like, I feel I chose my tribe fam, basically, those who see me. And it's like, I feel I know when someone truly sees me. Um, and I also know when it's like I can be blinded to who sees me, because I just need to see the lesson, I guess. I don't know. But obviously, if you are the love of my life, you should be watching this video up until 27 minutes past. Okay, you better be watching the video and see me cry. See me at every motherfucking phase. I'm joking. Whoever you are, the love of my life. But nah, like, it's just about being seen. Like, I was all up in that Barbie movie, and um it was definitely emotions coming up when it was about people trying to be who they are. They were just like, who am I? Type of thing. And that's where emotions came up, and it was just like, um this whole being seen, which made me to then, think of the people who in my life who do see me, and I know those people. Like, I know them, like, we speak the same language, you know what I'm saying? And for them, I'm truly grateful for. And I know that obviously when it comes to online, um like, because I see, or how can I put it? Because I had minimal exposure online, I had to delve into the nature of reality even more, just to comprehend why I wasn't being seen. You see? And obviously I recognize and I know that my message is for a certain level of awareness, and if those aren't ready, or they're just not at that awareness, they're not going to take in the message that I am giving out. So I recognize, though painful, I recognize the small growth, even when it comes to my YouTube channel. I'd started back in 2017, fam. 2017, I started with hair. Yes, I know I had to change my ethos. Um, but it was just like people start 6 months ago and they had grown so far. So I was dealing with a lot of that. It was a lot of that because, of course, it comes back down to, is there something wrong with me? I was searching all the SEO, I was searching for everything, all the back stuff for YouTube, and I'm like, I'm doing everything. And someone who has put up just 3 videos has already done reached their 1,000 subscribers and more. And I'm on 300, almost 400 videos, and I've just reached my 1,000 subscribers. And it was just like, for my own sanity, I had to delve beyond the fabric of reality and just be like, yo, my message and what's coming through, what is being channeled through, is not for the awareness of everyone right now with their current level of being. So I just had to put that effort in. And as consciousness is expanding, my message that is being channeled through will resonate with the expanded consciousness, because everything is a bandwidth, and those who aren't ready to hear that message just aren't on that bandwidth. It's as simple as that. So it's like I had to come to that point and be like, whoa, I see people just aren't on my bandwidth right now. And again, even that awareness was difficult to comprehend, because it's just like, why is no one on that awareness? Who am I? Why do I have this much awareness? Why no one's on my awareness? And when will this resonance come? But yeah, like, yeah, this is like a very deep who sees me message, which links deeply into just like romanticness and just all of that. Let me read these messages. Facts, sis. Right. Sorry, I'm all up in the camera. I didn't even see. I should really have my glasses. Because even though Rose don't see us, we do. And with the work we put in. Thank you. They are. They are. I've not seen The Little Mermaid, but it is on my to-do. Is that still in this? I should have really watched that first. And then Barbie, but I'm sure it should still be in the cinema. But I do want to watch Little Mermaid, but yeah. It's like triggers are necessary, so even though I'm all just like, crying, and I'm so happy I'm crying on live. This video is going to stay up. Like, I done a whole live where I was like, hey, I'm doing a giveaway, and I was talking about relationships and all of that stuff, and I was like, hey, a pairing, all in that. And then Tutu's my next video. I was like, this is my mind. I was like, I'm not interested. And I just hid the video. I hid the video because I just CBA. Like, I may have it on my finger. I may, but I just also don't have time, because you see all of these emotions. Um, I know I'm ready to be seen. The online presence will happen when it happens. No business. It will come when it will come. Like, this is why it's let's say it's important. If you choose to know yourself more, I looked at my own coding, I looked at my karmic numbers and all of that shit. Excuse me. So this, it confirmed to me why I didn't just put out one video and then all of a sudden I got 1,000 subscribers. Um, it confirmed that to me because it's all my coding, it's all my numbers, and in essence, I had to show or prove or continuously put in that focused attention into that one direction to show, am I truly on it or not? You know what I'm saying? Are you on it or not? Because some people just have, they come in with a different coding to allow them to have, or say allow them, they choose different experiences. So one's experience may be they step into their wealth or their success, whatever that is to you, it growth essentially quite quickly at a younger age, and then learn from that growth. And then you've got other people who it takes a while to get the growth because they're learning through each and every step before getting that growth and that wealth accumulation, so to say. um and then, yeah, it's like everyone's journey is different. So it's only through looking at my coding I recognize, like, though I hated it, like I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy, fam. Um, but I saw, it's like, oh, okay, this is why I haven't been one of them people who like is just doing just so well and just say so well. I want to change my wording, but the idea of success, I wasn't doing that. What is the idea of success, of what that is? And it was just like, why am I seeing so many people who I went to school with? We were in the same class, same pattern, nappy change and everything. We're eating the same dense foods. What's the difference? But it's all of our coding. Each and every one of us enter into this realm at a specific point in time. That specific point in time is a different angle, which is a different percentage or different numerical value. And that numerical value determines what you choose to seek and experience in your reality. You see? So everyone's, in essence, is different. Now, let's be real. I'm already successful in my head anyway, me and my delusional self, but it's like stepping into that success. I'm ready to be living my life, not like learning major lessons from that. And I feel that that's the difference. We're always going to learn lessons. You've got either major lessons or you've just got the little hiccups in the road where you just got to deal with it. And I feel that it's the major lessons where you get the most growth and development. So in essence, you've got a handful of people who um had that random, like they'd post a video and all of a sudden they're a multi-millionaire, they've got a whole brand and blah blah blah. They're going to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to deal with learning that lesson to grow through that. And then maybe they're like, I don't even want to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's not me, because they probably, became famous from a meme that does this. And that's it. But I'm sorry, what is this bringing to society? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's, if your hand is so, come out with a product to put on your hand to give. you know so I feel like that's that. You've got a group of people who had this just sudden wealth, who will have to learn through that lesson of character development. And you've had a handful of people, there's obviously much more than two, but you've obviously got a handful of people who learn prior to wealth. They learn through the struggle, the budgeting, all of that, the setting up a business, the learning through the business, the trial and error, through all of that. Then they step into the wealth and then they live it out. But most of their lessons, which molds the character, is done prior. And likewise to the other people, they may have blew up rapidly, but it's like that is part of their lesson. So in essence, what I'm saying here is that when it comes to even viralness online, those who have had like the suffering and shit now will most likely be able to handle that when that comes. You see what I'm saying? Because you've dealt with the stuff before and then it comes. So that's just my perspective on that anyway. But yeah, every step, like, it's a process. It really is a process. I'm squinting my eyes. I'll just pick up the phone and read it better. It's like when I'm reading the comments, you see my forehead. I lost my glasses. I had it the other day and then it's just disappeared. You see, look at that. 17. Shit down. Sorry. 17 years. Please, that's good. 17 years to master an art. You see what I'm saying? So this is why, though I have to say, like, when you sit there and you can see so many people online, especially if you've been to school with them or you've known them from childhood, and you've seen them travel here, there, and everywhere, and it's just like amazing. That's just wonderful. And it's just like, but for me in my head, I want to learn all my lessons. I want to master all my shit. I want to do what I can do. So when I step into that, that's what I'm doing. I don't, I'm learning, I've learned all my lessons now. How can I put it? And, there may be a few coming in soon. But in essence, it's like I'm claiming to learn the bulk of my lessons, my lost lessons now. Um, so that I can actually yeah, like lessons are always going to be a thing, 100%. I feel it's the difference between mold the lessons that mold your character, which then begins to attract the lifestyle you're ready to live. It's them lessons I'm on about. So in a very strange way, the people who have, happen to have like all this success and the money is just like there, they haven't had the lessons which mold their character. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they're having all that success and blah, 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 but then emptiness may come in and blah, 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 because this is then their time now to have their character molded. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like there's character molding and then there's lessons to improve your character or just the little bump in the road type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, yeah. It just keeps going. It definitely keeps going and the character obviously just keeps molding, doesn't it? It really just keeps molding. Um, yeah. And I just feel like the most difficult ones is because it's just challenging you to say, you've asked for this life, what are you gonna do? So it throws you a whole bunch of shit. It throws you a whole bunch of shit. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Do you want it or no? Like that's life. Like that is literally life. Um, so yeah. I feel like it's just a shitload of character development and I feel like, yo, I feel my character has been developed enough. I don't know what I'd like in life, you know. I'm ready to create waves in this realm. Like I am leaving my carbon blueprint, footprint, fingerprint, eye print, nose print, lip print, everything print is gonna be on this earth of mine. I don't know how. Me, I go do it. I'm going to leave ripples some way, somehow from my message. Um, yeah. I'm gonna do that. And I know this whole thing started. I was like, I feel lonely. I was like, I feel lonely. And like Barbie brought out a whole bunch of shit. And I'm still going to work on that. And it's just weird. Maybe crying just helps because, nothing's changed. When I was like, oh, I don't feel the resonance. Like I get resonance a little bit, but not a lot from online and blah. And, I'm bawling, like, tears. Nothing's changed. But now I feel better, just releasing, um, and just openly saying it, I guess. Yeah, my mood is changed. I feel better. Like I feel better. I was really sad earlier. The title says I am sad. I'm going to leave this video up. I'm not going to delete it. So if Bay wants to see it, where's Bay? Where are you? You're taking a hell of a long time. A hell of a long time. Like, do you not feel I've had enough character development? Like, what's going on? Um, but yeah, it's like pour this last bit of wine before going to bed. But yeah, it's like what come from that Barbie movie, and I just had to check myself because just feeling lonely in that movie, I then started to it's moved up. It's moved up 100%. My emotions have, like, absolutely. And I feel I just had to release this. I really had to release this. Maybe I had to release this to allow something that is on my level to come in. Because as I was saying, I watched the Barbie movie, I'm getting emotional, and I started to think about, I've not had many people in my life who I considered anything more than anything, you know what I mean? There hasn't been a lot at all, just two. So one and a half, one and a half. So um I'm just like, me feeling lonely, how dare I think about them one and a half people who gave me the bare minimum, and I was really sad, but maybe I needed this energetic release to just let it out there, put it on YouTube. Because as I said, I have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, but like YouTube's the only one I value, to be honest, because it's like the people who come on YouTube, they're seeing me. They're seeing me. They're not just on Instagram because they're trying to see what I'm doing because they're curious or they've known me since from back a day. But the people on YouTube are seeing me. So that's why it's like I've put it here. But yeah, I feel like this had to be a whole emotional release. Maybe so energetically I can actually welcome in people who make me don't feel like this. you know um make who people who give me the most and not the bare minimum because they want to, or he wants to, we're gonna be Pacific and just use he instead of they, because that could be anybody. But yeah, um I may be bi, but I like my men. Absolutely. um yeah, I did. I had to go back and cleanse it because I'm saying this on live. I'm saying it, whatever. I'm going to keep it on YouTube anyway. But, like, I've not had a lot of people in my life, like, even on that level. So if someone is to come, or if they try to come in on that level and I'm on it, I'm just like, oh, but, one in particular person who made it out like, yes, yes, I'm going to do the most and blah 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 blah. Not say doing the most, they didn't even promise me anything. You see what I'm saying? It was the old me, and Yeah, basically they gave me absolutely nothing, but the slightest thing that sounded exciting, I held on to that. You see? And I feel that this release just had to come because I blocked that individual. I'm like, fuck you, fuck off. And then being in the Barbie movie, that's when I then thought about that individual. And then I unblocked them. I didn't message them, but I unblocked them. And um yeah, I unblocked them and then it pissed me off because I'm just like, no, no, how I'm not accepting the bare minimum. So I generally feel like you're right. I had to just go back and truly cleanse it out because I can also be hard-headed, put up that fight, I'll battle your fam, I'll punch your block out, and I'll just be like, I don't give a fuck. And then I'll go to my friends and cry. And I'll cry to myself because I'm an emotional being. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'll cry. I'll be like, "Huh, they did this and blah blah blah." But yeah, I feel I just had to get this out. And I feel maybe this will then welcome in what I'm ready for. You know what I mean? What I'm ready for, because while I'm there entertaining people giving me the bare minimum, and it's this is why I'm annoyed, because I see people. So obviously these particular individuals, I recognize they were just a part of a journey, or part of the journey on my life. But yeah, hard-headed, yes. It was part of the journey, part of my life. So it's kind of like I accepted that they were meant to be there. You learn your lessons, you grow. That's what each and every one of us is here for. Um, yeah, I also found it difficult because maybe I'm just learning my powers and learning how to interpret energies and stuff. Because in my head, I was like, oh, this feeling that I'm picking up, maybe this is the case because I've spoken to many people have attempted to talk to me, but I see, so I'm like, no. But however, these two individuals, um, my emotions definitely done its ting. My emotions done its rascal ting. So obviously now, because my emotions done its ting, and I'm like, okay, I see this person. Um, I'm just like, well, what's going on, fam? You're not the idea I have in my head, but obviously that's coming. But I feel it's reaching that point because we interact with people on our journey. Yeah, listen to me as I'm channeling. We interact with people for growth, essentially. So you can have that 100% feeling of this is the right person because they are the right person at that time. Okay, they are the right person at that time, and then you reach to a point where you can no longer expand with that person, so it's time to say goodbye to that person. But we find it hard to say goodbye to that person. This is why breakups are always hard. They are hard. um or not even that breakup, that idea that we had in our head with that individual is hard to let go of because we see them as forever, when in matter of fact they were there at the right time and the right moment for you in your development in the now. um and then it ends quickly and abruptly sometimes for some people because you have grown enough from that relationship for now. Yeah, love is a losing game. Absolutely. The vibration of love. This is love. This is God, not the eye, the hand, the zero. This is God. Zero is God. God is love. Love is zero. Zero is neutrality. from the neutrality, everything can be birthed, which also means losing someone who you loved and having to let them go. And this, like, I even rarely say this. I rarely say this. There has legit only ever been one man. I'm not going to say person because it's not been a woman. It's not been no other alien or no one. It's been a man. It's been a man. What was my point? You said I probably wasn't meant to say that because I've forgotten my point. It's gone. It's vanished. Um, love is a losing game. There's only been one man where I've had to, kind of two, but only one where I could easily kind of let go because I knew it just wasn't the case. But the other who I really loved, but I just had to let go because just I just had to let go. And as you said, love is a losing game. And because love is zero, is that neutrality, it's that 0 point where anything can be birthed through it. Love allows anything to exist that wants to exist. That is love. And it's a losing game. And I have to admit that I've only ever, for 2.5 people, no, I'd say for 2 people where I had to love them enough to let them go. One person, I loved them enough to know that I could not love them enough, so I had to let them go. The other person, I just loved enough, and um yeah, I had to just see them loving someone else momentarily. Obviously, it didn't last, of course not, but I had to do that. Like, I had to go for a whole, like, whoa, what I have felt with this individual, I have felt with no other human on this earth ever. And then I saw that person with another person, and I was just like, well, okay. I say it got some time. Like, my detachment game is so strong. I can love you from a distance and still love you with all my heart. And I can love you endlessly from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Because my detachment game is strong. I can detach and love you wholeheartedly. Um, and I have to admit that second, loving and letting go, was definitely the hardest one, because there's getting to that level where you can love someone enough where you realize you can't love them the way they deserve to be loved. That's one level. That's one layer of pain. But there's a higher level where it's just like, I love you. um, and I can love you, but you are loving someone else. But as I says, I say it got some time. So it was just that one individual. It was just that one individual where I felt that for. You know what I'm saying? So love is, it's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. You just have to love, because love is allowing all to exist as it exists. So it isn't about controlling anyone to say, love me. You've got to love me because I done this for you, fam. No, it's about allowing, and I feel that these experiences come about where I literally had to tell myself, like, have you heard that song Mango? Have you heard Mango, where it's just like, I can't even remember the chorus, but it's just like, um, I love you. I can't remember how it goes. But Mango, you know that song? Like, da da da. Yeah, it's gone out my head, like 100%. But Mango anyway. Um, he's just like, how can I, if someone can love you more than I can, then how can I not allow it, type of thing. And I feel that that's where I was at a certain point, and it's just like I also felt delusional because I was like, yes, I'm channeling to myself. I notice, when I reach in channeling states, um, I'm oftentimes not looking at the camera and it just comes through. That's when I notice I'm channeling more, and obviously it's for me, um, and the collective. But yeah, like I feel like I reached to that point for one individual as my belly is full. I ate pizza and some chocolate fingers, but yeah. Like I feel I reached to that point with one individual where I was just like, wow, I admit and I accept that I love you. I'd even turn around and tell this individual that I love you same way. I'd say it, but I love you from a distance. Even all till now, I happen to block them because obviously after I was watching the Barbie movie, I felt sad. As the title says, I was feeling sad. Um, and I did unblock them, but yeah, it's just it's a very I feel like I'm going for a very strange you've been starving. I've been going for a very strange transition. That's what I feel. Like I feel like I'm going through some mad transition right now. Um I'm getting feelings, emotions of something coming, but in my immediate reality, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, but I'm feeling everything within my body. And I'm just like, what is going on? And it's very confusing for me. And I feel maybe that's why that come up, that emotion, when I was watching Barbie, because it's just like, it would be lovely to just have a cuddle. Like, I'm the one cuddling my children. I'm the one reassuring my children. I'm just the one doing all of that, of course. That I'm not saying this as well, like their dad is fully in the picture, by the way, because we co-parent amazingly. I just have to put that out there. But of course, it's co-parenting, so I'm by myself, when I'm by myself. So it's like I feel that I'm the one giving my children all this reassurance, all of that, and my family too. I'm like, yo, it's going to be okay. Like I can look beyond matter and I can see everything's going to be okay. And it's like I feel I'm giving so much people this reassurance, and not only my children, not only my family, not only online, where I'm just like on my Thursday live, my Thursday videos, I'm like, these are the energy peoples, it's gonna be okay. And then my crypto videos on Sunday, where I'm like, it's okay people, it's gonna be okay, look, I'll show you the gematria, it's gonna be okay when it comes to crypto and investing. Just make sure you've got your seeds ready for winter. And I just feel like I'm saying so much of this, and I'm so like being encouraging to so many other people, but I am literally the only one encouraging myself. And I feel that that's where it's difficult. That's where it gets difficult. That's where the loneliness appears. That's where it's like, whoa, the resonance. And it comes back to where I was at the beginning of the video, where I was crying, because it's just like all of this encouragement, because obviously I've taken the time to see beyond like matter and the fabric of reality, um because I felt insecure and I needed to know my place in this reality. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So that was the reason. Ultimately, I was lost myself, so I searched beyond matter to find myself, and I found myself. And it's like I feel like I'm supporting my fam, just encouragement to say, hey, um I'm supporting online to say, hey, hey. But in terms of that, I'm going to say the masculine support. Now, I'm not saying it in its entirety because I was just bawling saying how grateful I am for my mentor, and he is a masculine support for me, because I wouldn't feel as confident as I do to talk about what I'm talking about if he didn't shine his own light, you know what I'm saying? So, I have the masculine support, yet it's that masculine support that's just like, come give me a hug. Yes, it's all going to be okay. And here's 1,000K. Like, here you go. Because you're just amazing. Like, where are you? You know what I'm saying? So I feel it's that. But mm, what's the time? Oh shit, it's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Oh gosh. What was I going to do tomorrow? I don't even know. Today's been emotional, and at this time I've been speaking for a whole hour. Um, am I gonna timestamp this video? I have no rascal idea. I'll probably just. I'm not even talking topical. Like, because I do my timestamps as like, oh, this is the topic, I'll put that. But I'm not really talking topical. Am I gonna keep this up in here? But because I was bawling, so I might just delete it. No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it because I feel vulnerability is strength. I've said this many times in my videos. Vulnerability 100% is strength, and it's like, at the end of the day, anyone watching the beginning of this video who would like to approach me, don't come to me without a gift. Just don't bother, okay? Because I'm already just unbothered. Like, I'm already unbothered. Okay, how can I put it? I need to know who to invest my time into. And if people's coming to me with nothing, you're automatically showing me there's no need to invest my time. Yeah. But if you're coming to me with something, then I can see I am to invest my time. Like, that's the best way I can put it. So, as I says, if you don't have in your mind's eye to even want to be able, or to have the vision to be able to be giving your bay 100K a month minimum, because you easily can, then just don't approach me. And if you haven't even contemplated a gift to give on your first date, don't approach me. You're wasting your time. I'll walk away if there's no gift, because I'm not wasting my time. I feel, and I said it before, I've had too many time wasters, and I don't have time. Emotionally, I'm raising 2 children. My emotions are not going to be altered for anyone who's wasting my time. I'm not doing it. Don't have the energy, don't have the effort. So straight up, if you don't have in your mind's eye to give an allowance for one, and an allowance of 100K a month minimum, just walk away. If you didn't even contemplate a gift, don't message me. Just don't. I'll just go watch Barbie again. Like, that's gonna give me more if you don't come with a gift. So, yeah, I love you too, sis. Thank you so much. I think I'm gonna try sleep. Obviously, I'm having a little time without the children. So I can have a tiny lie-in tomorrow. But yeah. Please come to me soon. You've seen the comment. Yeah, let me read the comment out for Bay. I'm gonna read it out for Bay, okay. Auntie Kalita's love of her life. Please come to her soon and and love, and see her for who she truly is. Yes, yes. Bring gifts for her and for my friend too. Yes. Yes. So that's that. That is that. And at first I thought, is this too much of a high standard as I close out here? Is it a high standard to expect a gift if you would like to take me out? No, it's not a high standard, not at all. It's a basic requirement. And the 100K is a basic requirement too. I feel that alone should tell you my life and who I am. 100K minimum. But with that being said, I'm going to am I gonna have sky time, high time? I think I just need to go to bed. Maybe I have a wake and bake. But I've been talking for 1 hour, 10 minutes. I've cried, I've let it all out. I will timestamp this at just random points. So whoever wants to hear me talk will. And for Bay. I'm convinced. Like, I am intuitive as fuck. I'm on the end of my moon time. My period is ending today, so my intuition is heightened as fuck. There's someone in my energy who is observing. I don't know who you are. If it's the one who I blocked, message me, yo. If it's not, then message me. I don't know who, but I have felt you. You're just there. And you've just been there. And I don't understand why you're just there. Just talk. But yeah. Talk. But obviously if you've not spoken because you realise shit, I need to come with a gift, then don't talk until you've got the gift. But anyway. I'll see you lot on Sunday. Yeah, with my Crypto Angles podcast. XRP has been hovering. There's been a UFO disclosure. It's linked to XRP. Crypto is getting hype. If you be on TikTok, loads of people are hyping, saying, buy your XRP, blah, blah, blah. Ignore any and all hype. Plant your seeds in winter. So make sure your seeds are ready for winter. Have seeds set aside for winter. Read between the lines. Have seeds set aside for winter. Don't get involved in the crypto hype with XRP settlement and things going to the moon right now. Have your seeds ready for winter, okay? Just keep that in mind and ignore any hype when it comes to crypto, because there is going to be an ample amount of hype, even via social media, because they're assuming that after this whole, the government has accepted them and has announced it's not a security, blah, 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 whatever the story is it's irrelevant. But many people are going to assume that price will just keep going higher. But the technical analysis shows otherwise. We're going to reach a point and we're going to come back down. So just observe. If you want to get into crypto, observe, wait for the craziness to happen. And when it comes here in winter, have your seeds ready to plant them. Yeah. Please ignore any hype. Don't rush into anything. If anyone says do it now, otherwise ignore it. They're chatting shit. There's always opportunities. Never rush into anything. And yeah, like, it's going to be a bloodbath out there, and I've already shed my blood in the streets. So when I'm sharing my crypto knowledge, it's from pain, it's from scars, it's from wounds. And I don't want that to happen to other people. So that's why I look at it at a deeper level to see what's going on. And just right now is just not the time to invest. in crypto. Can you get profit? Absolutely. You can get a little bit of profit if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get emotionally raped. So stay away. Just have your seeds ready to plant in winter. But yeah. But obviously crypto's moving, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure your seeds are ready in winter. Enjoy your summer, have stuff set aside for winter when you can. Like, I'm seeing spring is going to be the latest. Like after that, it's probably just moving. So just, put aside for winter. You know what I'm saying? Put aside for winter. But with that being said, I think, let me end it here. So, to Bay. Like, if Bay isn't watching at the end of this video, the one who is obsessed with me, then you're not obsessed enough. You need to be at the very end of the video for when I'm saying Angel out. Bye.